Macmillan Audio presents An Evil Heart, written by Linda Castillo, read for you by Kathleen McInerney. Let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. Holy Bible, Psalm chapter 7, verse 9. Prologue. The sky above the treetops blazed in hues of fluorescent orange and Easter egg pink when Aden Karn backed his bicycle from the shed. Dropping his lunchbox in the handlebar basket, he wheeled it to the road, threw his leg over the seat, and set off at a brisk pace. The ride to the pickup point where he met his English co-workers usually took about 20 minutes. For once, he was early, and he was glad for it. Autumn had settled over this part of Ohio in gentle increments this year, bringing a burst of color to the maples and walnut trees that grew alongside the road. Another week, and the countryside would be aflame. According to his ma'am, they were God's colors. This morning, he had to agree. Sweat dampened his shirt as he flew past the old bank barn at the curve, tires humming against the asphalt. His English co-workers gave him flack for riding the bike, but it was a good-natured kind of ribbing. Aden didn't mind. It wasn't like he could leave a buggy horse tied all day while he worked. Sure, he'd gotten wet a time or two, a problem easily solved by the slicker tucked away in his lunchbox. Some of the Amish were using scooters now in Holmes County, but Aden wasn't interested. He liked the quiet of the bike, the physical labor, the speed and freedom of it. Somehow, he felt closer to the earth, closer to God, when he was astride the bike, drinking in the bounty he had bestowed on his children. Aden took his time as he pedaled along the township road. He passed by the mossy pond in Mr. Yount's pasture, where the ducks skimmed across the water's surface, dipping their heads to nibble on pondweed and flapping their wings. As he passed over the bridge, he came upon the sheep that grazed the orchard grass that grew thick in the low area. He'd watched the lambs grow over the summer. Farther, he whisked past the field of cow corn Mr. Dunlop had left to dry. He stood on the pedals and pumped hard as he climbed the hill at County Line Road. He cruised the downhill side a little too fast, enjoying the breeze, and he leaned in as he made the turn onto Hansbarger Road. He was so embroiled in his thoughts, he didn't notice the figure in the ditch until he'd sped past. Having caught a glimpse out of the corner of his eye, Aden braked hard, surprised, wondering if there was a problem. He stuck out his foot and stopped so abruptly the back tire skidded sideways. Both feet on the ground, he turned and looked over his shoulder. Oddly, there was no vehicle in sight, just the figure standing in the ditch, looking at him. "Is everything all right?" he called out. Only then did he notice the weapon. At first he thought it was a rifle, but that was strange. It wasn't deer season. Then he noticed the shape, the spread of the limbs, the cam on the left, the cocking stirrup in front, and he realized it was a crossbow. He watched uneasily as the weapon came up, an instant of disbelief as the figure's head tilted, eye lowered to the sight. He felt a pang of alarm and released the handlebars, raising his hands. "Hey, what are you—" Thwank! An invisible fist punched the air from his lungs, a shock of pain in his chest, a burning streak shot down his back. His knees buckled. The bike went sideways, the handlebars twisting, and clattered to the asphalt. Aden glanced down in disbelief as he caught sight of the bolt sticking out. Then his shoulder hit the ground. His temple banged against the asphalt.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?